What's going on, guys? So if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that I'm a big fan of natural salts. You know that I use Himalayan pink salt every single day. I drink it every morning along with some apple, or I add it to my drink every morning along with some apple cider vinegar, some water, and some lemon juice. I also put it on all of my meals, and it's a great way for me to retain fluids because I practice the ketogenic diet, and when you're on the ketogenic diet, you tend to get dehydrated very easily. But here's the thing, I don't like the way that these salts are marketed. And you know, if you're on the internet and you're researching different health issues or you're researching fitness, you can't go 4 or 5 clicks without running into some guru who's promoting some magical property of Himalayan pink salt or Celtic sea salt. And I can't stand that. And the reason why I can't stand that is because, not just because they're being untruthful, and you know, there are a lot of benefits to these salts, but I can't stand it because the way they market it turns a lot of people off. And it turns people off from something that could definitely be beneficial for them. Because the average person, they're thinking salt is salt. You know, how could you mess with salt? And now I have this hippie coming on telling me that I need to use this magical pink salt or this magical Celtic sea salt. And I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to stick with my normal table salt. So what I want to do in this video is I want to cut through some of that BS, and I want to talk about the actual differences between iodized table salt and natural salts. And I want to talk about why you should use natural salts in a very practical manner that's not going to tell you that it's going to cure any specific disease, but it's going to talk to you about the benefits that you'll get every single day from consuming natural salt. So let's get into this. So first off, what's the difference? Well, table salt, if you look at it right off the bat, if you look at the differences between these types of salts visually, you can see it right off the bat. Table salt is perfectly white. It's got perfectly sized crystals to it, and you know, it comes out really easily from a salt shaker. When you look at a natural salt like Himalayan pink salt, for example, it tends to be in these uneven kind of crystals, and it's not white. You know, a lot of these salts are pink. A lot of them are off-white, maybe. You know, there's even some black salts out there. But the point is that, you know, you can tell right off the bat whether it's a natural salt or not, based off of whether it's like perfectly, you know, comes out in these perfect grains, and you know, if it's perfectly white. So what do they do to the iodized salt to make it perfectly white and have those perfectly sized grains? Well, what they do is they put a lot of anti-caking agents into it, a few different chemicals to make it come out and keep it from clumping up. The other thing is they do add iodine to it, which is actually very beneficial to you. It's very beneficial to your thyroid. But through that processing, they also remove a lot of really beneficial trace minerals. So we're talking about magnesium, we're talking about potassium, we're talking about zinc, copper, and if you've been watching my channel for the last few days, I've been talking about hormonal balance, and we know that a lot of these minerals, especially magnesium and zinc, are highly responsible for inducing hormonal balance in our bodies. And if you're deficient in these, you tend to fall out of hormonal balance. Men tend to get into testosterone deficiencies if they are deficient in magnesium or zinc. So what's happening with table salt is you're getting a bunch of different things added to it, and you're having a lot of the good stuff taken out. Now, when we're looking at natural salts, you actually get all these amazing trace minerals that could definitely help you to be healthier, that can definitely help you to induce hormonal balance. But more importantly, they're going to help you to hydrate properly, right? So your mineral intake is actually extremely important to you being able to retain the water that you're drinking. So when you take a natural salt, it's going to make you feel better, because you're going to be more energized from being hydrated. It's also going to help to increase your brain power, your mental performance, because again, hydration is really important for that. And it can also help to induce better athletic performance, because we know that if you're dehydrated, then your athletic performance is definitely going to go down. So we know that natural salt has all these benefits, and we know that table salt doesn't have a lot of those things that are beneficial, but it does have iodine. And one of the questions I got today was, well, then what do I do about iodine? Now, here's the truth about iodine. Yes, it is extremely beneficial for your thyroid, but there's also very few people out there who have iodine deficiencies. And you can actually get iodine pretty easily from food. It's abundant in sea vegetables, it's abundant in yogurt, it's abundant in cheese, a lot of dairy products, cranberries, and other sources are out there that you can get from your diet. So I wouldn't necessarily worry so much about that iodine deficiency, but I would worry about the potential for having a magnesium or a zinc deficiency. And as we know, yes, you can supplement with all these things, and I definitely recommend supplementing with them if you have a deficiency, but the best sources are always natural food. So that's my take on salt, guys. Really trying to sort through a lot of the BS that's out there about salt, trying to help you to get around a lot of the woo-woo spiritual stuff that's being tossed at you every day. It's not that I'm not a spiritual person. It's not that I don't believe in being one with the world or meditating or doing a lot of these other practices. I just hate the way that people use this kind of reaction against science to try to market their materials, and by trying to speak to that spiritual side of people, so to speak. So if you're a hippie out there, I still love you. I just, really want to get to a point where we're just talking about the facts here and not adding a bunch of BS. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it informative. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're looking for more material, more content, check us out at www.warriorsoulagogi.com. All right. Have a good day, guys. Peace.